Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. InfoSec Monday here. Today's topic is how to become ethical hacker in 2026. And quick heads up, every single point I'm about to share is pure gold in this video. So if you escape, it's like skipping chapter in a Netflix series and then wondering why the ending makes no sense. So you wanna be the ethical hacker in 2026? Nice choice. That's like saying you wanna be superhero, except instead of cape, you have got the hoodie, and instead of fighting aliens, you're fighting malware, phishing scam, and that one Wi-Fi that keeps saying free public Wi-Fi, but it is secretly evil. Now listen, ethical hacking is not about looking cool in dark room while typing 200 words per second. It's about protecting people, companies, and sometimes even entire country from APT attack or cyber attack. So basically you are the digital bodyguard. But here is the good part. Anyone can learn this. Uh, you don't need to be a math genius or a Hollywood label hacker who just type trace route and suddenly break into NASA in 3 seconds. All you need is curiosity, consistency, and guts to keep learning because cyber world changes faster than TikTok trends. All right, before we jump into the how, let's talk about the why. Like, why should anyone in 2026 even start about ethical hacking? It's the deal. Cybersecurity threats are not the same old virus from 2010 that just slowed down your computer and made you scream at Windows XP. Nope, you have got AI powered attack. Imagine a hacker that never sleep, never blink, and learn faster than you scroll Instagram. Yeah, scary. Then there is a whole IoT drama. Your fridge, your smartwatch, even your coffee machine is online now. Cool, right? Until your toaster get hacked and start sending spam emails. Don't laugh, it's already happened, but I need to find where. And let's not forget about the big boss label, the quantum risk. Quantum computers are like cheat code for hackers. If they go mainstream, traditional security could get cracked like chips at a Netflix binge party, which means the world will desperately need people who can outsmart those attacks or threats. Ethical hackers are the basically the front line soldiers in digital warfare. The demand for a skilled hacker is not at an all-time high, not because it sounds cool, even even though it does, but because entire government, companies, and people lives depend on cybersecurity now. So, responsible hacking is not just a career, it's a global security. It's protecting your future, my future, and honestly, making sure grandma's Facebook doesn't get hacked again. But the good guy in the hoodie, the one the world actually needs. So, let's jump on the next part. All right, so you wanna be an ethical hacker, but before you start, imagining yourself smashing keyboard and saying, I am in. Let's talk about the boring but essential stuff. Don't worry, I will make it less boring. So, we are going to talk about the fundamental skill required to become an ethical hacker. So, the number one is networking fundamental. So think of networking as the map of the internet. So if you don't understand TCP/IP, OSI model, DNS, DSCP, firewalls, and VPNs, you are basically a tourist without Google Map. Like you will get lost in 3 minute flat. Ethical hackers need to know how data actually moves around and how internet works because that's where the bad guys sneak in. Next one, operating systems, Linux and Windows. So, Linux and Windows are your playgrounds. Linux is like the hacker's best friend, super customizable, powerful, but also unforgiving if you type one wrong command. And Windows, well, it runs on 80% of the world's machine, which means if you don't know it, you are basically locking yourself out of the biggest target zone. Then programming basics. Now don't panic. No one asking you to build the next Twitter or X, but you need to code enough to automate stuff, read script, and understand how software actually works. Start with Python, Bash, PowerShell, and some JavaScript. It's like learning to read the hacker's secret language, except the secret is on Stack Overflow. Next one, security basics. So finally, the superhero tools, cryptography, authentication, CIA triad, access control, and how the cybersecurity works, rules in cybersecurity, etc. So this makes sure people are who they say they are and how to stop nosy people from opening doors they should not. So basically, digital locks, keys, and alarms we are going to learn in the basics and master these basics. And you are no longer a script kiddie. You are labeling up on someone who can actually play the hacking game. So think of it like building the muscles before you start lifting the heavy cybersecurity weight. All right, so once you have nailed the basic, it is time to step into the big league, the core skill every ethical hacker in 2026 need. This is where the things get spicy. The core technical skill for ethical hacker in 2026. So the first one is cloud security, AWS, Azure, and GCP. So first up the cloud because guess what? Nobody keeps their data on dusty old hard drive anymore. It's all floating up there in Amazon, Microsoft, and Google's giant sky computers. So if you don't understand cloud security, you're basically ignoring where the 90% of the action is happening. AWS, Azure, GCP, learn because companies will happily pay you big bucks to keep their cloud from raining data leaks. Then next we have AI and ML security basics. Yeah, the same AI that writes essay, generate memes, and oops can also launch cyber attacks. So you need to understand how AI can hack and how it can be used to defend systems. So think of it as fighting robots using robots. Very Terminator vibes, right? But you are the good guy. Then the next one we have web apps, web application security, the WASP top 10, API security. So every company has a website, an app, or an API that talk way too much. Your job will be learn the WASP top 10, basically the 10 commandants of web hacking, SQL injection, XSS, insecure APIs, etc. So this is hackers 101, but in 2026, API are like wide open doors with neon welcome sign. if you are if you can secure those, you are gold. Then next we have mobile, IoT and OT hacking. So these are the next level mobile apps, Internet of Things, and even operational technology, the OT technology. So phones, smart fridge, and even power plants. Yep, the hacker are not just going after Facebook logging anymore. They are messing with self-driving cars and city grids. Scary? Yes. Exciting also, yes. And then we got the blue team mindset, detection and defense engineering. So a lot of newbies only think like attackers, but if you don't understand how defender works, SIEM, logs, monitoring, you are just playing half the game. Great hacker know how to break in and how defender catch them. It's like knowing the cheat code and how the anti-cheat code system works. So master these skills and you are not just an ethical hacker, you are a 2026 cyber ninja. So the kind of ninja companies, governments, and maybe even Elon Musk will want on a speed dial. Okay, so time for reality check. Just because you can hack something doesn't mean you should. Ethical hacking is not about flexing your skill like, hey, I can break into my neighbor's Wi Fi. No, that's not ethical hacking. It's just being a jerk with good internet speed. So, we are going to talk about the ethical and legal foundations for ethical hackers. So, the first one is hacker ethics and responsible disclosure. So, real ethical hackers follow something called responsible disclosure, which basically means if you find a vulnerability, you don't go brag about it on Twitter or sell it on the dark web. You report it responsibly, give the company to a chance to fix it, and then maybe collect a nice bounty or at least some bragging rights. The goal is to protect, not embrace. Second one is understanding global cyber laws. So, laws, yeah, I know laws sound boring, but trust me, you don't want to learn them the hard way. It's handcuffs. So, every country has its own rule, like GDPR in Europe, CCPA in California, and India's DPDP Act. As an ethical hacker, you need to know where the line is drawn, cross it, and suddenly your cool hacking project turn into free room and board in federal prison. And the third one, professional integrity and trust. So finally, the integrity at the end of the day, companies and people are going to trust you with their most sensitive data. So the trust is priceless. If you blow it, you are done. If you keep it, you will build a career where people actually want you, poking around the systems. Think of it like being a digital doctor. You see all the embarrassing stuff, but you keep it confidential, professional, and ethical. So, being an ethical hacker in 2026 is not just about skills, it's about responsibility because with great power comes, yeah, I know the line. Uncle Uncle Ben said it first, but in cyber it is still 100% true. Certifications and learning path. So all right, let's talk about certifications. Now, I know some of you are like, do I really need certification? Can't I just learning hacking on YouTube and vibe my way into a job? Look, a skill will always matter more than paper, but certifications are like cheat codes on your resume. So they tell employers, hey, I actually know my stuff and I did not just learn hacking from Mr. Robot reruns. Here is game plan for 2026. So for the beginner label, start small, grab CompTIA Security Plus, that's like your driver's license for cybersecurity. Then move to EJPT, Junior Pen Tester exam. So it's hands on, fun, and doesn't feel like studying for a boring high school exam. And then the intermediate label. So once you got the basics, label up to certified ethical hacker version 12 or the latest one. So the fresh updated for 2026, and then CompTIA Pen Test Plus if you want to flex more on penetration testing. And if you're feeling brave, then OSCP, but OSCP is the toughest one. So that's the one everyone flex about on LinkedIn because it is hard. But if you pass it, you earn major street cred in the hacking world. Then the advanced level certifications. Now we are talking about pro mode. OSWE for web hacking ninjas, OSCP for the advanced exploitation, and CRTP for Active Directory attacks. So basically, hacking corporate kingdoms. And since cloud rules the world now, so CCSK I'm adding here. So cloud security will make you very hireable. And then we have some specialized stuff. So by 2026, there is a whole new wave of certs, AI security certifications. Because yes, even AI can get hacked. And IoT, ICS security certs, perfect. So if you wanna stop hacker from, turning off a smart city or hijacking someone's Tesla. So certs are like gym badges in Pokemon. You don't need all of them, but you write one, prove your battle tested and ready for bigger bosses facing. So just don't get stuck in cert collecting mode. The real power is combining certs with actual hands-on practice. Hands-on practice. All right, so this is where the real fun begins. Hands-on hacking. Because let's be real, no one become a hacker by just reading textbook and watching Netflix documentaries. So you have gotta get your hands dirty digitally, of course. So the first one is building a home lab. So start by setting up your own little hacker playground. Use VirtualBox or VMware. Spin up a few machines like Kali Linux, Windows, maybe something vulnerable like meta exploitable. So think of it's a GTA, but instead of stealing cars, you are breaking into servers you legally own. Second one, use learning platforms. So they are ready made, and platforms like Hack the Box, Immersive Lab, Try Hack Me, and Portswigger, Portswigger's Web Security Academy. So these are hackers' gym. You train, you sweat, and you come out stronger. And the best part, you don't have to worry about accidentally hacking your school Wi-Fi and getting suspended. Then next we have capture the flag, the CTF challenges. Dive into CTF challenges. So these are like hackers escape room. You solve puzzles, crack codes, and collect digital flags. Plus, it's a flex to say, yeah, I spent my Saturday night pawning a CTF instead of watching cat videos. And then we have bug bounty programs. And when you are ready for the big leaks, join bug bounty platform like HackerOne or Bugcrowd. So here's the deal: companies literally pay you to find bugs in their systems. It's like being a digital bounty hunter, except instead of hunting bandits, you are hunting vulnerabilities. And yes, you can make serious money. Some hackers even turn this into full-time career. So don't just study hacking, do hacking, because in cybersecurity experience in the ultimate certification, every VM you break, you flag, you capture, every bug you find, it's all make you better, sharper hacker. So stop reading, start hacking. Projects to stand out. Okay, so you have got a skill, you have practiced in labs, maybe you have even snagged a few certs, but here is the problem: thousands of the other people have too. So how do you stand out from the crowd? So easy: projects. So number one, create custom script and tools. Stop only using other people tool, build your own. Write Python or Bash script that automate scanning, make payloads, or do something cooler than just hello world. So employers and bug bounty platforms love seeing hackers who can create, not just copy paste. Contribute to open source project. So jump into open source security project on GitHub, fix a bug, add a feature, or write better documentation. Yes, that counts too. So when recruiters see your name on real projects, it screams this person actually care about the community. Third one, AI powered security models. So by 2026, if your resume doesn't have a word AI somewhere on it, you're basically invisible. So why not building an AI model that detects phishing email, malware, extensions, or insider threats? It doesn't have to beat Google DeepMind or OpenAI just so that you can innovate. Then we have research emerging threats. So in the word, the post quantum cryptography, IoT exploit, deep fake scams are emerging. So be the hacker who dive into future and solve the problem before they hit the headline. So trust me, people notice when you are ahead of the curve. Then share your work. And here is the big one: share your findings, write blogs, publish on GitHub, speak at local meetup and conferences. You don't need 1 million follower, just consistency. The hacker who share knowledge get remembered. The silent hacker just get forgotten. Projects are proofs. They show you are not just learning, you are building, contributing, and leading. So in 2026, that's how you go from just another hacker to the hacker everyone want to hire. All right, so next one, continuous learning and networking. So here is the truth bomb. Hacking is not something you learn once and done. Cybersecurity changes faster than iPhone models. So what you learn today might be outdated next year. So that's why continuous learning is your superpower. So the first one is follow threat intel sources. So stay plugged in, follow threat intel blogs, security, Twitter, or podcast, or any research paper. Hacker who know the latest threat always have the upper hand. Join hacker communities. So don't go lone wolf mode. Join hacker group like DEFCON, besides Null, or even your local cybersecurity meetup. And if you doesn't find any cybersecurity meetup, you start your own. Trust me, networking with the hacker gets you job, project, or sometimes free pizza. Plus, nothing beats the vibe of hanging out with people who also think hacking a fridge sounds like a fun weekend. Stay updated with 2026 trend. So learn what is coming: AI driven SOC, zero trust everywhere, quantum computer risk. So if you can talk about these trends confidently, you instantly looking like a hacker from the future. And in cybersecurity, being futuristic is sexy. So mentor and collaborate. And when you reach a certain level, don't hoard knowledge. Mentor newbies, collaborate on project, share tools. Teaching not only help others, it make you smarter. Plus, nothing feels cooler than saying, "Yeah, I mentored that hacker who now works at Google." So, ethical hacking is not solo journey; it's a community. The more you learn, share, and connect, the more unstoppable you become. So, in the field, your network is literally your net worth. All right, next one is roadmap from beginner to pro in 2026. So you have got the skills, the tools, the certifications, but how do you actually plan your journey? Don't worry, I have got you a roadmap. So think of it like a video game labeling guide, but a real life hacking. So year 1 to 2, foundations plus security plus home lab. So start with the basics: networking, Linux, programming, security plus, and yes, build your home lab, break steps, fix steps, repeat, and at the stage you are the hacker equivalent of a Padawan learning the Force without accidentally blowing up the Death Star. Year 2 to 3, immediate certs plus CTF plus bug bounty. So now level up, go for certification like CEH or OSCP, start playing Capture the Flag challenge and dip your toes into bug bounty hunting. So this is where you stop being a script kiddie and start being an actual cyber warrior. And hey, bug bounties might even start paying you for your free pizza. So year 3 to 4, the specialization cloud, AI, IoT plus research projects. So here is where you choose your path. Wanna be a cloud ninja, an AI defender, or IoT breaker of smart toasters? So pick an specialization, do some research project, and start contributing to the security community. So this is a stage where people noticing you. So year 5 plus advanced certification leadership speaking at conference. So by now you are not just a hacker, you are a professional. So go after advanced certs, mentor others, maybe lead a security team and speak at conference, public research and share your knowledge. Basically, you are evolving into the boss level hacker others look up to. And remember, this roadmap is not set in stone. Everyone's journey is different. But if you keep learning, keep building, and keep hacking ethically, by 2026 and beyond, you won't just have a job, you will have a career that actually makes a difference. And the final part we have Ethical Hackers Auth 2026. So before we wrap up, let's make something official. So if you are serious about becoming an ethical hacker in 2026, repeat after me. I will protect, not exploit. I will share knowledge responsibly. I will prioritize security and privacy. And above all, I will be a force for good in cyberspace. So, because at the end of the day, hacking is not just about breaking things, it's about protecting people, defending the future, and proving that even in a world full of cyber threat, the good guy can win. So, the world doesn't just need more hackers, it needs more ethical hackers. People who are curious, brave, and skilled enough to fight the bad guys, but humble and responsible enough to use their power for good. 2026 is wide open. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need a millionaire setup. You just need consistency, curiosity, and the guts to keep learning. Every lab you build, every bug you find, every project you share, it all stacks up. So stop doubting yourself. Stop waiting for the perfect time. The best time to start your ethical hacking journey was yesterday. The second best time right now. Go learn, go practice, and break things legally and become the ethical hacker the world actually needs. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe and share. And if you have any question, put in the comment box. Peace out, guys. Until next time, take care.